Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk women's basketball, and with us, head coach Kendra Faustin. And Coach, first of all, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me, Rob.
Bulldogs on the road this past week. Two tightly contested road games at Northwood, at Lake Superior. Just talk about your team's performance this past week.
Yeah, well, I thought Thursday at Northwood we had a great comeback, and it was a tight game back and forth, and we haven't been in a lot of those as with our young group, and so I thought we could learn a lot. I thought we did some really great things, and then Saturday I thought we came out a little bit flat, did not do a good job containing the bounce. And need some more production from our guard scoring. That's my evaluation of the weekend.
As we go to some of the highlights, first of Thursday's game at Northwood, and going into Northwood, a difficult place to play on the road, and your team here in the last few games has been able to get off to a good start, had the first quarter lead.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we'll watch the first play here where we ran a backdoor play, and Katie Mavis got an easy bucket, a great way for us to start. They presented some matchup problems for us because they're playing all four guards, and we want to play Alexis Hunty and Rachel at the same time, Rachel McInerney. So we did some different things defensively, and I was really pleased with the way we executed that game plan defensively. We picked up our pace a little bit, which has been our plan all along. We want to continue to pick up our pace and get comfortable with a quicker pace. You could see a lot of scoring by Rachel. She's double teamed a lot, and she's scoring over double teams. We want her to continue to be aggressive. She's been just our steady Eddie all year on the offensive end and rebounding as well.
She had 24 points and 10 rebounds to kind of lead you. It was a close game at halftime, and then in the second half, Northwood will take a double-digit lead, but again, your team will battle back.
Yeah, I think, again, in stretches, we're really special. And we're really, our youth, just trying to put together and understand, hey, it's every possession, and certainly on the defensive end. There are going to be many nights where we struggle to score, but we just are really working on the defensive end.
You had the lead late in the ball game, but Northwood will hit some big threes here that allowed them to come back and take the victory.
Yeah, and a great highlight there of Abby Knackfor and some good defensive stops. A tough shot right there. We came down and hit a big three. Abby had that, and then this one right here to tie the game. Two big threes by them, and we just didn't have enough gas in the tank to keep going.
You fall 62-57 will be the final score here in this ball game. As we mentioned, a difficult place to play on the road, and not a lot of time really to think about this one, as you had to put it behind you with another game on the road again just a couple days later.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a quick turnaround. The North is just, every night it's just you're going to play somebody who's really good. So that quick turnaround time, physically, mentally, all of those things. I thought we came out flat against Lake State, and we have to be mentally tougher. For us to go into a place that's also hard to play, and we didn't do that, but we're going to learn from that.
As we go to Saturday's game against Lake Superior, homecoming for you, a former player at Lake Superior. What was that like being back there for the first time as a head coach?
Yeah, I have not been back in 10 plus years, so just a lot of great memories. Everything that I hope our players leave with, great memories, and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and on the court, and it looks great, and it was nice to be back. Most importantly, it was nice for me to see some of my teammates that I never get to see, which really we all know that's what it's all about.
Jumped out to a 13-11 lead here in the opening quarter, and again making some plays here early at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I thought we were really aggressive early. Offensively, we got some really easy transition scores. You just saw a couple early inside scores, then Maeve hits the three, so now we're going a little bit, and we really struggled with that zone, and it's a little bit of a different rotation than a normal 2-3 zone, and we never could get comfortable in that.
Only a 4-point game at halftime. What were some of the keys out of that second half start by Lake Superior?
Yeah, one was rebounding. We had to do a better job rebounding, and then containing dribble penetration, and they took us off the bounce and got a piece of the paint just way too often. So we were talking about sticking to our defensive principles, which in the first quarter I thought we did a great job with, and we needed to get back to that. We put the press on, which I think helped us be more aggressive, and we certainly got some steals, and I think we cut it to 6. And then we just couldn't get those stops down the stretch. They hit a couple big threes. We overhelped.
You hit a couple threes right there. Lexi Honey with a three. We'll see Margot Brown with a couple three-point baskets.
Downtown Margot Brown.
Kind of a homecoming for her from St. Ignace.
Look at how deep she is.
And had a big fan club here.
Man, she's so fun to watch. Yeah, no question. I mean, we crossed the bridge, and that's Margot's home. You know, I think she claims the whole UP. But she's so talented. I thought she was really aggressive this game, and we want her to shoot. I mean, you saw she can make them deep, and we want her to shoot and stay aggressive, and she's really, just starting to come into that role.
Put these two games behind you, and again, a quick turnaround time here on the road for the third game in a row at Hillsdale on Thursday, and then back at home against Saginaw Valley on Saturday. What about these two opponents do you know going into the week?
Yeah, so Hillsdale, they play a lot of people, and they're going to trap us a little bit, so we're going to have to be ready for that. They do a lot of different things that are going to take some work for us to be ready for. And Saginaw Valley's playing really well right now, and they're shooting the three well. They have a really great post player. They score really efficiently. Their pace is high. They are hard-nosed. I've seen them a lot. We happen to play opposite both Hillsdale and Saginaw a lot, so I've seen them on film a lot. So it'll be a tough weekend.
This weekend, and then obviously at home Monday night against Grand Valley before you go back to the UP for two games.
Yeah, it's no joke, right? Thursday,
busy stretch
Saturday,
here for the Bulldogs.
Monday, UP, we're ready. We're rocking and rolling.
What does it take in a stretch like this where you're playing so many games to kind of stay the course and get ready to play?
Yeah, and especially at this point in time in January. This is the hardest time, January, late January. So we've been together for a long time. Our freshmen, their season has been over. We have a lot of freshmen playing major minutes. So it's telling them, your body's supposed to feel like this. It's going to be hard, and this is how we get through. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to mentally, physically make sure we're staying recharged and and sharp that way.
Talk about how this year has went with so many young players playing and what you've seen in terms of building for the future.
Yeah, the future is great. I mean, we have a bunch of great kids. We have some great recruits coming in. We're just really young, and I know that this year will, in the long run, be so good for us. It's just making sure that we learn these things now and continue to learn and grow throughout the year. I've been so impressed with our support, the community, the Ferris community and the Big Rapids community, our parents. I mean, just after every game, they're still there. They're still calling. They're still emailing. They're still, I'll come out of the locker room and 5 people are coming up to me. You're doing a great job. We love watching you guys play. And that to us means so much because we're so proud of the name on the front of our jersey, and that keeps us going.
Well, Coach, thanks for your time, and best of luck to the Bulldogs this week.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Rob.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.